At Ross, you'll find everything your kids need when they go back to school. From fashion to school supplies to dorm room decor, Ross has it all. Because it isn't just the first day of school for them. It's a new year, a new look, and endless possibilities. When they walk back through those school doors, they're a different kid than the one who walked out months ago, ready for anything. Back to school starts at Ross. Find your nearest Ross at rossstores.com.
Hey y'all, welcome back to When Reality Hits. Today, we are talking breakups, bad decisions, rebounds, exes, social media stalking, and all the things we have probably all done but don't necessarily want to admit it. My guest, Kelsey Darragh, is a comedian, creator, podcast host, and author of her new book, Don't Do What I Did, Break Up and Bounce Back. It's basically the breakup survival guide we all wish we had, and now she put all of her own business in it, the good, the bad, and the completely unhinged. So, Kelsey, welcome to When Reality Hits. I'm so excited to get into this with you.
Thanks for having me, my fellow Southern gal.
I know. We were talking about that. You went to Auburn.
I did.
Yeah.
And I go back all the time. My family still lives down in Florida. Love it. But had to get out. Had to go experience the world a little bit.
Do you live in LA now?
Yes.
And how long have you lived here?
16 years.
16.
So this is
you're
home.
Yeah.
Have you been here long?
11 years in July.
But you still got the accent.
Yeah, everyone says that to me. They're like, how come your accent hasn't left? And I'm like, well, my mom calls me 20 times
Every
a day.
day.
And I try to go home 3 or 4 times minimum a year.
And it just re-ups.
Yeah. And then my mom comes and visits me and my dad. My whole family comes out here. Yeah. So I don't want to.
Does your kid have the accent?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see if he gets it.
If he hits a y'all, it's game over. I still y'all.
I hope that he has a little twang.
He's so cute.
Because he's with me 24/7.
So he should.
There's got to be a little something in there.
Peppered in.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So congratulations on the book.
Oh, thank you.
That's so exciting. How does it feel to finally have Don't Do What I Did coming out?
Terrifying.
Yeah.
So it's my second book. My first one that I wrote was all about mental health and my struggles with panic attacks.
Oh, wow.
And I thought writing about throwing up and accidentally shitting my pants during a panic attack was going to be the worst thing I ever put out into the world. And then I wrote this.
Yeah.
I was like, how did I possibly get deeper and more embarrassing and raw? I signed up to write this book. Now I have to deliver.
Right.
And so it was really scary to put everything I've gone through and really show my crazy.
Girl, I get it.
Yeah, in it. So it's exciting, and I'm hoping that being this vulnerable will help other people.
Yeah, I think so too. I always say that about showing all my crazy ups and downs over the past 10 or plus years on reality TV. I'm like, hopefully it will help somebody.
Yeah.
And that can keep me going.
That's the juice. That's the battery.
Very embarrassing at times, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Why did you want to write a book about breakups?
So over my career on the internet, I've projected myself as a very independent, boss bitch, loud, confident girly. That was my brand. That was my whole shtick.
Right.
And then when I wrote the mental health book, I really owned it. I was really this is what I've struggled with. And I was very comfortable talking about it because it was something I had struggled with my whole life.
Right.
So I felt very knowledgeable and an expert in that world.
Yeah.
I had seen therapists my whole life, been on medication, and truly I had been in remission from panic attacks for a long time. So I felt qualified to speak on it. But what I've been hiding from everybody and all of my content was how, I hope I can cuss on this podcast.
Yes, go for it.
How fucked up I was after breakups.
Yeah.
It
They're
wasn't
hard.
just one. It was every single one.
Every single one was messy.
Brought me to my knees.
Yeah.
And I, again, was known as this single powerhouse. It didn't bother me. And so every time a breakup happened, I never showed.
How bad you were struggling. Yeah.
And it was awful. There are things behind the scenes that people should never know happened between. It just made me feel like a terrible person. It made me feel like the other person was a terrible person. And I didn't want the world to see that. And there was one breakup that was so bad that like I didn't think I would recover from. And I was really mad about that. Mm-hmm. I was like, why is this happening to me? Why does this keep happening to me? And how can I fix it? And I knew, like, through writing the first book, that was how I sort of fixed it, was writing about it and connecting
It, like,
with
helped
people.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
The process of learning the science behind why breakups absolutely just, like, obliterated me helped me heal.
Good.
And I was like, you know what? If I got to put all my shit out there so that other people also can relate and heal and walk away a healthier, you know, individual and partner, like, win all around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And trust me, so many people will relate because we've all been through crazy breakups.
Yeah, you.
Yes.
Went through a very public breakup,
very
right?
Public. Did you still going through it?
Are you still like, do you show everything, or do you feel like you still have those things that you're like, the world should never see this thing?
Part of me signing up for reality TV was agreeing to show my life. Sure. And I'm very lucky I get to do some of these things. I never thought I'd be doing this back in the day, you know? Yes. So I'm just an open book. Really? And always have been. I talk about it on the podcast. I talk about it on the shows, you know, interviews, everything. Yeah. And like you were saying before, I've had so many women come up to me like they noticed red flags that they weren't even paying attention to, you know, whenever I finally started to, and different things. So it does really help other people. Yeah. And being yourself and open and honest does help people relate. Instead of trying to hide it. You know, that bothers me.
Is there anything totally? Yeah. I mean, is there any pretending like everything's fine is like the facade worst. And like the thing people can see through. Yeah. But do you feel like there's anything that you've shown the world that feels hard, like an embarrassing?
Oh gosh, I went through a lot of embarrassing things. A lot of embarrassing things. But I also learned from a lot of that. I think a part of what I'm dealing with right now is I finally gained a lot of strength back, you know, from everything that's happened to me. And a lot of the viewers aren't used to seeing that side of me, like seeing me stand up for myself. And trust me, I have so much more love and support out there. But, you know, we all deal with the haters, the trolls, all that stuff. But people were like starting to say I've turned into a mean girl. I'm absolutely nowhere near a mean girl.
You're literally
at
sugar in human
like, I'm not. But I have like spoken my mind about things and like things I didn't agree with. But friends should be able to do that. It doesn't mean you're a mean girl.
No.
And people just like, I guess, feel like that was such a change in me. And I'm like, well, because I'm not going to let people walk all over me anymore.
There's a big difference between calling someone in and calling someone out.
Exactly.
I feel like. And friends and lovers should be able to call each other in.
Exactly. And just because I'm saying something that I saw was not correct or right or whatever, doesn't mean I hate that person. No. It doesn't mean anything like that. It just means we need to have a conversation about it because we're all here doing the same thing.
All adults now.
Yeah, we're adults. So that kind of like shocked me, I guess, because everyone still wants me to be like the little Kentucky girl from 11 years old that drove from Kentucky and landed in Sur. But I have grown so much after everything I've been through. And I just feel a lot stronger. I don't feel like, I feel like I'm glad and like I feel strong and powerful that I can finally like speak up for myself.
Like you more like this is more who you were always meant to be. You're going into it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So I feel good. You know, you can never make everybody happy. So.
No, and you shouldn't. No. If I make some people happy, that's a problem. Like, because I don't want to be on your side. Like,
well, okay. So talking about panic attacks, just really fast. How do you do stand up comedian? Like, how do you do stand up comedy?
Panic attacks never came to me in performing. Okay, like I loved performing since I was a little kid. Like that to me was almost a safe space. You put on a mask, you put on a persona, you put on like a performance.
Well, I feel like stand-up comedy is so intimidating.
Yes, but it's the reward of laughter and like nailing a joke or like building a bit is so good.
Yeah, I mean, now that you're used to it, I'm sure like you probably just love it. It makes you feel awesome. Yeah,
it really is like a high.
See, that would be something that would make me have a panic attack because even just having to do like a roast, like a funny roast for somebody one time, I was so nervous.
Well,
like,
roasts are different.
Yeah,
roasts are a like lane of comedy of being mean to people.
And I'm not mean.
Yes, we just established that. God, no, the roast that totally checks out. I don't blame you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. How much of this book is actual advice versus please learn from the insane mistakes I made?
Oh my God. I would say 50-50.
Okay.
Here she is in all her glory. If you can see, she's part workbook, part like exercises and like places you can doodle, little games you can do. Because for me, it's a lot healing is a lot. Like, it takes time. You have to block out time in your day to put towards healing when you're going through some shit. And so for me, I wanted it to be something that you could open to any page and it could be useful. Like, there's chapters from the very first day where you're like screaming, crying, throwing up on the floor, to like your healed version, to abandonment wounds and core like trauma leftovers from childhood. Like, I just wanted you to be able to open the book and be able to do and find something and actually walk away from a chapter being like, okay, I can take that little tidbit and like survive a little bit longer today.
I love that.
Yeah. And then sprinkled through all of that are like these themes of essays of like the worst, craziest shit I've done. And that's happened to me.
We're going to get into some of that stuff. Don't you worry. Yeah. You put a lot of your personal life in there.
Sure do.
Was there anything you wrote about and was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm telling everybody this? I mean, I know we kind of talked about it before, but what was one thing that you're like, wow, this is going to be really hard?
I mean, okay, there are a lot.
Yeah, not just one.
Each relationship, I was like, I can't believe I wrote that part too.
Yeah.
But there was one that I was really embarrassed to talk about, which was like going back to an ex that was abusive. And I don't like talk about, like, it's a comedy book. It's sprinkled with self-reverent and comedic things. But that was like the worst thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I was so embarrassed that I went back. And I learned that on average, it takes 7 times.
Yes, I actually know that one.
You know that one.
Yeah.
And so I felt like I was betraying my audience that I had like taught all of this female empowerment and like boss bitchness to. And then I was like revealing, well, like, hey, I'm actually been lying to you guys.
Because I went back.
I went back.
Yeah.
And that was really hard. But that was the best thing I could have ever written about, was finding that power and like stumbling and choosing to get up again. And I what I was embarrassed about people reading it, I'm actually like super proud of it now.
You should be.
Yeah.
This isn't even on my questions, but I like to go off sometimes whenever I think of things. Why do you think women in abusive relationships still go back even whenever they know they shouldn't? Like, what would your...
Yeah, I mean, besides the abuser's power, like that is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the manipulation, it's the gaslighting, it's the isolation, it's the making you dependent completely on them. Like, it's something that they've built the entire relationship, keeping you under their thumb.
Yep.
But separate from that person, us as women especially think of things like the sunk cost fallacy, which is like, I've put so much time and effort, money, kids, a home.
Yep.
Our assets are tied. I got them tattooed on me. Like, we go through so much of justification of like, we can make this work, right? So it's the sunk cost fallacy. It's the, I want to fix it. I want to be the one.
I want to be the one that makes them change.
I can be the one. Because we know it in ourselves.
Yeah.
We're like, we can do it.
Yeah.
But it's met with resistance and abuse, and we can't.
Exactly.
And, you know, there's so many reasons why, but I think those two, especially for women, are main reasons why, is because we want to make things work.
Yeah. And there's a lot of love bombing, I feel like.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And when you're met with that, that's like a whole new ball game that you're like trying to figure out how to play.
And then things might be good for a little bit, and then they go right back to how they used to be. And until you notice that, you're never going to be able to get away from it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you have to come to light to see the patterns.
Exactly.
Which sometimes takes
years.
7 to 10 times.
It took me years, but you know, I did it too. So
yes, you did.
Yeah, I hope a lot of people, and I know a lot of people will definitely relate to that. And don't be embarrassed by that.
Yeah, of course.
Because now you came out the other side of it, you know?
Course.
And now you can help people see those things.
Yeah.
That
and
maybe
like,
they didn't notice before.
And you would think that I wrote that and that was the end and I was healed and I learned all my lessons and I walked away. And like, no, there are definitely still, like, in my late adult life, did, you know, the drive-by with friends where you'd all be in their car, like driving by an ex's house to see, like, if
anybody's there,
like that. Yes, like things that are so fucking embarrassing that I'm like, I can't lie anymore. I have to put it out there.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I wish whenever I was younger that we had Cash App, because I really knew nothing about savings, nothing about anything like that. I mean, whenever I was bartending and working at all these different restaurants, I was keeping cash. I wasn't really, you know, focused on the future. And teaching kids about money shouldn't mean paying monthly fees or switching banks every few years. Cash App now offers managed accounts for kids ages 6 to 12 with no hidden fees and no minimum balance requirements, plus something no other kids financial app offers. One account your child will never outgrow. Their savings, habits, and history carry forward from a parent managed account at 6 to a teen account at 13 to a full account at 18. You're not starting over or losing what they've built, which is awesome. You can set up automatic reoccurring allowances, track spending, and help them work towards specific goals without overcomplicating your life. These accounts earn interest on savings. Wish I had that. And kids get a customizable debit card that feels personal to them while you guide everything behind the scenes. Download Cash App today and open a managed account for your child. Visit link in our bio. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Visa debit flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, and the Bancorp Bank NA. Pursuant to a license from Visa USA Incorporated. See terms and conditions for the Sutton prepaid card, Sutton debit flex card, and Bancorp debit flex card. Savings and offers provided by Cash App, a Block Incorporated brand. Parents and legal guardians can open a managed account for kids 6 to 12. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. You're listening to this podcast, so I know you got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. They make it super simple. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with coverage options tailored to your choices. Plus, you'll see which discounts you may qualify for, like the online quote discount or savings for paying in full. In fact, 99% of Progressive Auto customers earn at least one discount. See if you could save when you switch to Progressive. You'll feel good about making a savvy choice. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little extra cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates national average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary. Did any exes know that they were going to end up in this book, and what have their reactions been?
Yeah, so the main one was a 5-year relationship that I thought was my person that I was going to be with forever.
DJ, right?
Yeah, the
yes.
DJ. Yes.
I did my research. Don't worry.
Yes. Love it. Yeah. And so we had a very hard, long breakup, but we were able to stay cordial afterwards. That's because great. We got to a really good place of love. Like our breakup came from a place of love, and it wasn't easy, and it took a very long time.
Yeah, that's got to be hard.
Yes, you get to a place where you're like, I have love for that person. I'm not in love with them. You know, all the things you hear. You know, we weren't friends because friends are people you call when you know you need something.
Yeah,
but we were able to stay cordial. So I did send him a lot of the topics I was going to cover.
Okay.
And I sent him a copy of the book once it was out. And so I know he has it. Has he read it? I have no idea.
He never said anything?
He just said he got it and like, congrats.
Okay. And he used fake names. So,
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only people that are really close to you would actually know who that person is.
And like the DJ, you know, he and I were very public online and stuff. So a lot of people knew, but he also.
So I'm going to go back and try to find it.
Exactly, right? But I will say, like, another thing that was interesting doing sort of this post-mortem writing with someone who I could call and talk to was like asking him questions about the relationship that I never got to ask.
Wow.
Like, did I see this correctly? Was I right when I thought this? Or like, and him apologizing for things and like owning up to his shit. And that's was only capable, yes, with space and time. So that was cool. But all my other exes, I bet they're looking. They know. They have to know.
They have to know.
I like to think
But nobody else has said anything?
No, they ain't talking to me. No. I know for sure, like, I like to think they're creating like a fake Amazon account and ordering it to like a P.O. box so that they can pick it up and read it. That's in my head what's happening.
Well, let's hope that they are picking it up and reading it. Exactly. Make sure you are exes.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't use their real names like we just discussed. We've got the DJ, Sir, the First Love, the Athlete, the Abuser. How do you come up with these names? I mean, I feel like they are a little like
on the nose.
Yeah, a little on the nose. But is there something specific like
the DJ was a DJ.
Yeah.
The athlete is a professional athlete.
Oh, I get it.
The abuser wasn't abused. Like,
yes.
It really wasn't creative at all.
Just what you thought of them, like the first thing.
Yeah.
You're like, this sex was a DJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it was just easier for me to compartmentalize in my mind rather than coming up with like Fred and George and like, I don't know.
I think that'd be easier too if you're trying to write a whole book about these experiences than having to remember a fake name that you did.
Yeah. And it just got confusing because there was too much in there, too many.
Yeah. Which of all your exes was the hardest one to write about?
Oh, so you would think it's the 5-year one, right? But I figured, I felt like I had it figured out. Like we came to a good place. Like it was messy, it was hurtful, it was hard, but we figured it out.
Right.
What I didn't figure out was right after he and I broke up, I immediately jumped into another relationship.
I was going to ask you about that.
Girl. I was like, I'm fine. I'm healed. I can have sex with other people. This is great. I'm
like a week later, right?
Literally. And so that one crashed and burned. And that's the one that wrecked me. Okay. And I was like, I didn't even really like him that much. Like we had great sex. I think I might have been like addicted to the sex. Like my friends all thought he was annoying, but it flattened me. Like it absolutely, I relapsed after we broke up. Like I had a really hard time. And that's what kind of fucked me up was like, why was that
harder?
The one.
Yeah.
And so I actually like went to a breakup boot camp.
Wow.
Like in the woods.
For
breakups.
Yeah.
To figure it out.
To like help you with the book as well?
That's where I kind of got the idea for the book.
Okay. Oh, so you did this before you were even writing?
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay.
And I was like, why was that the thing? And I learned all about like the nervous system and being addicted to certain chemicals during love that I basically just transferred from the DJ over to the next one. And I was really grieving the DJ that whole time. And all the abandonment I had gone through, all the self-sacrifice, like all the embarrassing things I had done in other relationships to like bend myself into being someone that they liked or something that made the relationship work. And so that one was really the hardest to write about because it was the version of myself I recognized the least, even though it came from a relationship that was kind of like mid or whatever.
Yeah.
But that was definitely the most eye-opening.
All of your like heartbreak from the first relationship, you just transferred over.
Yeah. I just went copy pasta. Like I'll figure this out for the next one.
A lot of people always say like the best way to get over someone is to get under someone else.
And I did.
Yeah, you did.
And guys, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Obviously that did not work. But with that person, if I'm with the correct one, it was like a year and then he ghosted you? Okay. How? Just somebody, like, what do you mean he ghosted you? Like he never broke it off?
Or we didn't really ever have a breakup conversation.
Right.
Like we were like, something's not working. We're fighting a lot. Like we need to take space. And I was like, yeah, like let's like take space. And he's like, let's take a week and then we'll chat again. That never happened. He never chatted again. He never wanted to talk again.
Oh, Lord.
He fully just... Like, he still had all my stuff at his place.
Oh, no.
And
Did you ever get it?
Bitch. So I, first of all, did not get my stuff. No, a lot of stuff he still has.
Oh, my gosh.
But I did the thing that was the most embarrassing thing ever. And I, like, went to his place and was like, you will talk to me. Like, you owe me a fucking conversation. Like, hello?
Wait, I don't think that's embarrassing.
He was with another girl.
Oh, okay.
When I showed up at his house.
Oh, Lord. And how long after was that?
A couple weeks.
Oh, and so do you think he was talking to somebody while you guys were together?
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It was the fact that he had not talked to me and we never had a conversation about that we were breaking up. And then I proceeded to throw up in his front yard because I was so shocked and like embarrassed. And like I had a pair of shorts of his in my car that I was using as the excuse. So I'm like standing in his front yard with like gym shorts and I'm throwing up.
Was the girl like, did she see you or say anything?
The girl was so confused.
Oh,
this poor girl was like, I think I should go home. And I was like, yeah, I think you should probably like,
oh, no.
Yeah, dude, it was the worst thing possible. And I like
But you still didn't have a talk with him at that time?
It was very bad. It was very like
already mad.
You're not going to give me what I want. It's clearly fucking over. This is the end. Got it. that was a mistake. And that's where I really learned about like closure being a lie, that it's something you have with someone else. Like that's what we've been taught, is there's like this closure that one person says, it's over, you say, I agree, shake hands, and we move on. But it's never that easy. Yeah. And to me, it was like, oh, that's the moment I learned that closure is with myself.
Right.
Closure is me saying, I'm fucking done. Like, I'm not getting the apology. I'm going to have to accept the apology I'm never going to get, give it to myself, give myself the grace of, this is a fucked up way for someone to end things. And that's my choice. And now I'm going to get to uphold all these beautiful boundaries for myself. Like, that's the gift of closure.
Learning from it.
Yeah, but it didn't come pretty.
Yeah, didn't come pretty or easy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the breakup. Okay, breakup with DJ. Okay, you actually believed that. Let's go back to the DJ now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did you truly believe that the DJ was going to be your forever person in that moment?
Yeah. Oh, I had never been in love like that
really
in my life. Like high on drugs.
Yeah.
Like staring into each other's eyes every night, talking for hours, like on the pillow, like giggling in our, like, you know, the shit where you're like
honeymoon phase, but the whole time.
For the whole time.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I didn't know that kind of love existed. Like I had been in relationships, but I did not know that this, and we used to say, we'd be like, if we ever break up, like I'm going to die. Like I won't know how to exist without you. And like, we would joke, like, what would we do if we ever broke up? And he was like, I don't know, I'd have to like move to like a monk's village, and like he kind of did.
Really?
When we broke up, he like moved to the middle of nowhere into like a community that's kind of unplugged from the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he was being for real.
Like I think we both had that crazy high love, and I think truly the only way to heal from that was to really heal and separate and really disconnect.
Yeah. And you guys broke up on Zoom with a therapist, right? Oh, gosh.
This is so embarrassing. Whoever your producer really read this shit out of the book. Thank you.
Oh, my gosh.
We had tried to break up ourselves many times.
So what do you mean?
So like
how could you not break up?
For 8 months, well, we lived together. Like our lives were very intertwined. And for 8 months, we tried to like end it. And it was like either I was in and he was out, or he was out and I, like, we never could do it.
Right.
Like we really just were trying. So one of us was always trying. Maybe it's a new therapy technique. Like maybe it's moving, maybe whatever. And so towards the very end, he decided to check himself into like an inpatient facility for just mental health stuff. He was really clearly, we were struggling.
Yeah.
And it was in that separation, that 30 days, that I felt the smoke begin to clear.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I thought after the end of these 30 days, we were going to come back and like be together and everything was going to be great.
Like that's what you wanted?
That's what I thought was going to happen. I think we both maybe thought that was going to happen. But I think during that separation, that forced separation, we both were like, we're okay. Like we're both alive. We're both able to work on ourselves. Like it was weird, frankly, that I was like, oh, I'm okay by myself.
Yeah.
And so towards the end, you know, we had scheduled this Zoom couples session with his therapist. And I don't think the therapist even knew that this was like the call.
Did you know it was going to be that whenever you was going into it? Or
I don't think. Yes and no. Like we had not been talking. And so to come back after 30 days of like...
Oh, you didn't talk the entire 30 days?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
He had written me some letters and stuff, and I had gotten some updates from the clinic and stuff. But then we had this like end of 30-day meeting, and we would both come to the meeting with letters, not knowing the other one had like written letters.
Wow.
And so the therapist was like, hey guys, like nice to meet you, Kelsey. And I was like, nice to meet you too. Like I'm so glad you could join.
Yeah.
And then like we both read our letters to each other. And then like that was it. That was us. Like that was the breakup.
And your letter was saying you were ready to break up. Was his saying the same?
Yeah. It was very did you ever watch Sex and the City where Miranda and Steve were given by a therapist, like at the end of 30 days?
You have to meet at the bridge.
Meet at the bridge.
Yes.
This was very much like our bridge, but instead of staying together, we decided like we were both going to walk away from this like with love.
Yeah.
appreciation for what had been.
Right.
And like, it was really a chaperoned breakup. Like, I don't know that had that not happened, would we have ever really, something disastrous would have had to happen for
before.
Us to really
Yeah.
break up. Yeah.
I actually can relate to that, like talking about being gone for 30 days.
Really?
Like that happened in my past relationship too. And I was able to like realize like, oh my God, this is what life could feel like.
Yes.
Yes. And it really helped me. And I was able to like file for and all this stuff. I don't want to talk too much about my story because this is about you.
No, but
I can.
This is life.
I could relate because I just was able to like feel like, oh, I can actually do this.
And it's the advice that I harp on the most in the book. Like in different ways, I say it over and over again. It's like, give yourself 30 days of no contact. True no contact. I mean, unless you have like a kid or a shared asset or whatever.
Right.
If you can, do truly 30 days and then see how you feel.
Yeah.
And like if you're still not done, then you're still not done.
Yeah.
But in those 30 days, like just that space where you can really focus on what reality really feels like, it's such a gift.
It is.
Such a fucking gift.
I mean, I can relate, honestly.
Yeah, wow.
Is it sometimes harder to get over a relationship when there wasn't one horrible thing that caused the breakup?
It's the worst because there's so many horrible things. And it also sucks when like you both still have love for each other.
Yeah.
But you're just both coming to realize that like you're not each other's person. Like it's not working.
Okay, help me understand a little bit. Because you said he could have been your forever person. You were together for 5 years.
Yeah.
You had to have a therapist to help you guys break up, and you don't know if you ever would have without that.
Yeah.
So what was it? Was it just like you just weren't in love anymore?
Not even. We both loved each other so much, but like our lifestyles and what we wanted out of life.
And the future.
We grew apart. Like we were both growing and becoming ourselves, but like it wasn't aligned with each other anymore.
Yeah.
And that was what was really hard, was like it wasn't because we didn't love each other, but it was because we didn't love who the other person was becoming us anymore.
Yeah.
And like now he's the happiest I'm sure he's ever been because he can be his full true self.
Yeah.
And like same for me.
Good.
I'm so glad because like holy shit, I wouldn't have had the life I had now.
Right.
And I think about that all the time where I'm just like, I'm sure you do too, where you're like, if I was still there.
Oh God.
How different.
I don't even want to think about it.
Right? Like you get a chill up your spine.
Yeah, no, Lord.
You can't see that at the beginning.
Yeah, but yours, the reason I was wondering is because yours is nothing like how mine was. Like you guys were great together and loved each other. You just like grew separately. Mine was like toxic.
Yeah, and I've had those. Those definitely happened.
Yeah.
Where it was.
But that's why I was wondering,
good.
like, what is it? Like, how do you know? And I guess, you just could tell it wasn't going to be what you wanted for your future.
Yeah, and like there's a lot of recognizing the signs of like, do you feel more at peace when you're not with them because it's not causing you stress? Are you addicted to chaos, and not in a way that's bad? Just that's what your nervous system has began to learn as safety. Is chaos. And so when's the shoe going to drop? It's like there's so many things that is not our fault that we don't know until we're able to separate ourselves from it.
Right.
And so that's why it's like no matter how bad or good it is, something is not working.
Right.
And like that's what my goal was to figure out, is like, how do we recognize that and learn to move away from it in a healthy way?
Yeah.
Because it's not healthy to do it the other way.
It's not. Cruz starting kindergarten is the craziest thing. Time is flying. And now he's starting a new school, new teachers, new everything. And I just really want to give him the best future I possibly can. A new school year means new opportunities for positive change, big or small. For parents looking for a new path to help your child succeed this year, there's still time to enroll in K-12 powered online schools. This could be a perfect fit for your family. K-12 powered schools offer tuition-free, accredited online public education for students in kindergarten through 12th grade, with a curriculum designed to meet your child where they are and support their unique needs, interests, and goals. There are even extracurricular activities to connect with peers and explore interests. K-12's dedicated teachers are trained in virtual instruction and provide real-time support, all in an online setting that works for your family, at home or anywhere there's internet. Plus, K-12 has been a leader in online education for more than 25 years, serving 3 million students and counting. It's not too late to enroll for this fall. See how K-12-powered schools can help your child thrive this year and beyond. Enroll online today at k12.com/Brittany. That's the letter K, the number 12.com/Brittany. k12.com/Brittany.
You can ruin lives. You can ruin yourself. You can ruin your reputation. Like, there's so many things that can go bad.
Bad.
During a breakup. And we see it all the time.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about a different breakup.
Yeah.
Please. The yoga meltdown.
Oh, my God.
You have a complete different breakup experience with Sir.
Yeah.
The morning after that breakup, you go to yoga and specifically ask them do not play sad music, and they play Frank Ocean. You last out 3 minutes before you're crying barefoot in the alley. What happened?
Okay, so this is fun because I knew my yoga instructor, and she knew, like, I had called her the night before and been like, it's over, blah, blah, blah. And so the next day I was like, please, just like a light sesh. And she was like, okay, turns all the lights off, immediately plays, I will always love you. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? And I thought the next day after a breakup, I was going to get up early, do my face routine, get in the studio, move my body, eat well. Like, I was like, I'm going to do all the things I see online that I'm supposed to do.
You're like, I'm going to glow up.
Yeah. Turns out you can't do that the first day.
No, that's like very fast.
Yes, but I did not want to sit through the shit. I was like, I don't want to be fucked up again. So I go outside of the class because I'm starting to cry, and everything's echoing, and there's like other classes happening. So I grab my phone out of my bag and I go outside into the alley, and I'm barefoot in a Los Angeles alleyway in the middle of Hollywood. There's like needles on the ground.
I was gonna say,
it's fucking gross.
pee everywhere.
Yes. And I FaceTime my mom and my sister, and they pick up immediately. And then I sob for 45 minutes length of class. And at one point, I tell my mom, like, hey, I think I actually like need my mom. I'm in my fucking 30s.
I still need my mom all the time.
And I'm lucky I have that. Because a lot of people don't.
Exactly.
And she got on the next flight, of course, like feel very privileged in that. And when the class was over, I was like, I got to go back in there. And like, hopefully the class is over so people have left, right? The craziest thing happens. I go back in and the class is done, but everyone's still in the classroom. Lights are on, music's off, and people are hugging and crying.
Why?
And I'm like,
because she chose all sad music?
Well, I was like, what the fuck happened? I walk in and I'm like, what is going on? And they're like, we heard you crying.
Oh, they could hear you.
And it like unlocked something in some of us that were struggling with something, or like it became apparently this amazing, beautiful class where people were like all sobbing and hugging. And I was like, you're welcome, I guess. But part of me wishes I had like stayed and allowed the grief to happen in that public way. That was, the right environment, like a Hollywood yoga class. Like, of course.
Of course.
But what I realized in that moment is like this is happening all the time to people you are talking to that you have no idea.
Exactly.
Like,
they just heard you crying and they were relating.
Yeah. And like, it's the barista, it's your fucking neighbor, it's your coworker, it's people that like, we don't get a scarlet letter to be like, hey, I'm going through a breakup. But like, you're interacting with people every day who are going through like the worst moment of their lives. And so in that moment, I really recognized like, it's okay to just say to the room, like, hey, I'm going through a breakup, and people will be like, oh, girl, like, come here.
We get it. Yeah.
And so now moving forward, like, I've always been able to just read the room and myself and like allow that to be the truth. Like, I'm not going to go into a business meeting and just be like, Q4 numbers are looking great. Like, I'm like, hey guys, I'm sorry, my hair's a mess. Like, I'm like in and out of crying today. Like, I feel like that's the more human thing to do. And I've decided like, that's how I'm going to live my life.
I love that. Yeah. Is that the most embarrassing place you've ever completely lost it over a guy?
I fucking wish. Girl, You know the Grove down the street?
Yes, I know the Grove.
I was sobbing in the Zara dressing room and like someone came and checked in on me. And so then I was so embarrassed that like that employee saw me sobbing. So I went outside and cried on a bench at the Grove. Do you know how sad, like how fucking sad
and
is that?
And there's so many people walking around the Grove.
So many people. And I was like, I don't care. Like I can't stop crying. Like, oh my God. No, I've cried in the club. I've cried in like bookstores, on planes. Like, even when I'm trying to hide it, I'm not a cute, quiet crier.
You're just like go for it.
Stuffed up. Like, I can't hold it back. So when I'm choking shit out, like, I'm just going to fully feel it. But yeah, no, when you're really going through heartbreak, you just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to cry at this Chick-fil-A. I don't care. I need to get it out. Like, it's a very selfish grief.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, we have to talk about breakup social media behavior.
Girl.
Because you admit to everything. Why does Instagram suddenly turn perfectly rational women into FBI agents after a breakup?
Okay, do you have any experience with this?
I absolutely do.
Are you willing to admit anything about social media?
I mean, yeah, especially like back in the day, like before I moved to LA and stuff, like we would look up everything. We would see who they were following. You know, we would do the drive-bys because, you know, back then we only had like Facebook really, and Instagram was just starting, but we definitely did the drive-bys, all that stuff.
Yes, and how fun were those nights?
But now
it's crazy.
I don't really like look at anything like with my ex because I don't even
know.
I'm like so over it. I gotta protect my peace. But if there's like new guys that I'm talking to and stuff, like my best friends, they always want to do like the social media digging and like Kristen Doty and Janet Caverna, they're both like super
FBI
detectives.
agents. Yeah.
And they'll figure out if they're making sure they're single because you don't know these days.
Yep.
Like they'll be making sure, kids, what they're doing, who they hang out with, like looking up everything. Yeah. So trust me, we have done those things.
This is not a thing we had to learn how to do.
Exactly.
Like, there's too much visibility into people's public lives. And so they
could figure out anything about me in the click of a button. So I need to know a little bit about them, okay? I don't think it's that weird.
It's only fair, I feel like. Yeah. But when you're going through a breakup, what we don't realize is that the brain responds the same way to a breakup the way an addict getting off of drugs does. Where we are looking for any hit of that drug. And, we can't get it from the person because they're not picking up our phone calls or we're too embarrassed to call them. So what do? We get that little hit through Instagram. We get that little hit through going to their friends' Instagrams to see if they've posted anything with them.
See if they're in the background.
I'm looking at their Spotify playlist to see if they're playing sad music. Like, there's just too many avenues that we can see because we want validation that person is fucked up and grieving too. But what do men do? They don't publicly grieve the way we do. They go to Vegas and fuck a stripper. Like, that's how they heal. Not talking about personal experience. But, like, it's never... I've never looked at my ex's socials after a breakup and felt better afterwards.
Right. It's just like it can only make you feel worse. That's why I never do it with mine.
Exactly.
But like
you have a strength that a lot of people wish.
Yeah, it's like impossible to do that kind of stuff. But so many people do that, but it always ends up not helping in the long run.
It is unfortunately a little relapse. It's a tiny relapse of that love drug, of that chemical, of that person.
Yep, makes sense.
That's why when I say like all contact has to be, if you need to have someone be a mediator between you two for kids or assets or whatever, like do it because your peace in that
gotta protect the peace.
Immediate breakup is so crucial.
You admit to making fake Instagram accounts with girlfriends to check on guys. How elaborate did this go?
I don't think my girlfriends appreciate me outing us like that because we share like Finstas where we're like, it never feels good.
Exactly.
Like, I think when we're doing it for each other, it's a little bit better.
Yes, like doing it for your friend, checking them out, that kind of stuff, that's necessary.
Yes, and like
the breakup part, it's never going to help.
No, and it's fun when it's like a new guy or whatever. Like that's when it's fun. But me and my girls now have this thing where they're like, after a breakup, like cut off all contact, block, delete, whatever. If there's something crazy dire, we will let you know.
Right.
But trust us that we know well enough to know whether or not you need to know anything. And I'm like, okay. And then spoiler alert, I never need to know anything.
Yeah.
No one dies. No one fucking is spiraling in a way. Like,
that they're showing on it. You're only going to show your favorite best self on social media, you know?
Spoiler alert, it's none of my fucking business anymore.
Right.
Like, once they're not my person, that's it. Like, and it doesn't feel that way because you feel an ownership over a person when you're like, I know what that person's butthole looks like. Like, I should be allowed to look at their fucking Instagram after we break up.
Hilarious.
But the truth is like, we're not owed that anymore, and we don't need it anymore.
And it never makes you feel better, like you said.
It makes you feel better.
Did you ever have times where, like, girls acted to be a fake person to, like, DM them and see if, like, the guy would, like, talk back or any of that kind of stuff?
I wish. I wish. Unfortunately, I just feel like my intuition is strong enough to know that I don't want to know.
Right.
You know?
Let me tell a funny story that happened. This was in high school, okay? So this is yet again before everything.
Yeah.
This was Instagram had just like started. Maybe it was just Facebook. MySpace maybe even was still around. I don't know. But one of my best friends, she thought that, I'm not going to say their names, but she thought that her boyfriend was cheating with this one specific girl. Ooh. So I called on my Razor flip phone.
Iconic. Was it hot pink?
It was hot pink.
Of course.
It was hot pink.
The Verizon one.
I called, what do you hit, like star 411 or something?
Yeah.
Star 67. Star 67.
Yeah.
411 was like information.
Yeah.
Star 67, called his number on a block thing. And we're in classrooms, by the way, right?
Oh, my God.
So I whisper, and we'll just say the girl's name is Julie. That's a fake name. And I call, and I was like, hey, Bob. The fake name, too. I was like, hey, Bob, it's Julie. I'm sorry, I'm being really quiet because I'm in class right now. Like, I was whispering, so he couldn't, like, tell it wasn't her voice. And I was like, but I think Jesse, my friend, knows about us because people keep saying stuff. And he was like, just keep denying it. He goes, just keep denying it. She'll never find out that it's the truth if we keep denying it. And I go, it's Brittany fucking Cartwright. We caught you. And like hung up. It was wild.
I love that.
We still talk about it to this day. We crack up.
Hell yeah, that's iconic. I love seeing the ones on TikTok lives where girls are like, pay me $5 and I'll loyalty test your man. Do you ever see those?
No.
They come up as lives sometimes. And sometimes I'll just go in and be messy. And I'm just like, let me watch and see.
Like they do. I have seen, maybe you're talking about this, it'll be like a radio show or something.
That too.
And I have seen some of those.
The Roses one?
Yes.
It's like that, but even more Gen Z, if you can believe it.
Oh, Lord.
I know. These kids are too smart with their technology these days.
They are.
It scares me.
Okay. You talk about limerence. Essentially becoming obsessed with someone or the potential of the relationship. How is that different from falling in love?
So falling in love is done over time. I think we see it a lot in reality. So you don't believe in
love at first sight?
I wish I could. It's limerence at first sight.
Okay,
is what it is. Like we as a society have been like, it's love, but it's limerence. Like limerence is that quick, that high, that honeymoon, that rush. And we see it a lot with reality TV.
Yeah.
When they're
like The Bachelor.
When they're hyper fixated in a small enclosed space, that's all you can think about, all you can talk about. That's limerence developing. That is not love. Love is what they've found scientifically is built over time and actually through hardship. That's where you find love. And limerence is found in the goo goo gaga, in the like obsession, the lust, the ruminating. Like, I don't know if anybody else out there, like my big problem was when I met someone, I immediately was like, what would our future look like together?
Oh my God, I do that. It's so embarrassing that I already know my picker's off, and I hate whenever I do that.
And you know, when people say like their picker's off, can I tell you what I learned?
What?
That is your brain trying to write the ending that you've gotten wrong. So your brain likes being right. Your brain likes a closed loop. And when you pick the wrong guy or like the bad guys, that's your brain getting it wrong, right? And so your brain's going to go, well, let's try again. So let me pick the same one so I can rewrite the ending a different way.
Right.
But once you accept that you don't have to like close that loop of fixing it or figuring it out, you'll start to date other people.
Right.
Like a lot of people say they like the bad boys. And I'm like, no, you just hate being wrong.
Right.
Your brain wants to be right for once. And
that's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, it's okay to be like, I picked the wrong one, and I don't have to keep picking the wrong ones, right? Like I could brain, thank you, but no thank you.
Yeah, but how do you change that?
It's all, it's
like,
in the pause, right?
Yeah.
So the pause is like the reflection, and in the, I do it's sort of a post-mortem of like identifying your patterns and your beliefs, and also asking your friends is like the best, because your friends will tell you the truth of like, what's this person's red flags.
Oh, yeah.
And the way I grew into a healthy pattern of love and falling in love was drawing that shit out so slowly, like going as slow as humanly possible, because I found out that I love falling in love.
Right.
I love the high.
Yeah.
I love
the butterflies.
All the shit that we're taught that we're supposed to like.
Yes.
And then by the time it happens, we're in too deep. We've said the L word, and now it's like, oh, they're not who I thought they were, or the future I imagined isn't what's happening.
Right.
And I've invested too much time. I'm already this far, and it becomes a disaster, and it becomes very hard to say, this is wrong and I should not do it anymore.
Hi, I'm Stassi Schroeder. On my podcast, I share candid updates from my personal life, chat with some of my best friends about what's going on in our lives, give commentary on the latest pop culture headlines, and sometimes deep dive into random topics I'm obsessed with, like human design. It's a bit all over the place, but that's how I like it. And you will too. Listen to my podcast, Stassi, wherever you get your podcasts.
And so that was a big pattern that I had to recognize and almost kind of do everything different than what I wanted to. So like, as soon as I wanted to like text them, I had to be like checking in. Like, am I seeking something right now? Am I seeking like a validation? Am I feeling lonely? Am I feeling horny? Am I like, what's underneath this limerence that I'm feeling? And that's how I really stopped repeating the same pattern, was having that pause.
So many women are going to be like, yes, all right. Because I am. I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Good.
Let's do this. You actually counted the people that you've said I love you to, and you said like 8.
So embarrassing.
Hey, we're talking about it.
We're getting real.
But looking back, you said maybe 4.
Yes. So
and you notice the difference now because of this.
Oh my God. Yeah. Have you ever done that? Have you looked back and been like, or were you good enough to save that word for when you really meant it?
I feel like I've only said it to like people that I like
really
dated for a while, but like I think back to like high school boyfriends and stuff. Like that was just young and dumb, you know?
Exactly. Where you're like, oh, I didn't actually mean that.
But I don't like count that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I went back and counted. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I had like and I know you talked about how you had like a high school love and then went into college. I had that as well.
Same.
I feel like I did. I would say he was my first love.
Is
but
like,
I dated little
ding dongs
things before that, and I would, you thought that too. But
you're like, I don't really know.
Only one other person before that, but I don't think that was it.
You know what love is when you have it for the first like real time,
right?
That makes all the other times be like, oh, I was rushing to say that because it's like a fucking hit of drugs. It's the best feeling in the world. And actually, one of your producers knows one of the guys that I was actually in love with. And it was funny because I had to look back at that relationship and I had to be like, was that love? Or was that like all the things that we've talked about, like the highs and like the drugs? And I think like I genuinely loved that person and I was in love with him. So he made it into one of the 4. And it's a small club now, you know?
It's a small club.
Yeah, it's so funny when I walked in the door. I was like, what are you doing here?
Like Trump, like,
Yes.
And while we're talking about your love life.
Yes, it was crazy. It was like a test immediately. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I'm here to talk about my exes when his best friend is in the room with us. But no, it was a great catch up. It was hilarious.
Yeah. So you think 4?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I learned that I said it too fast.
Yeah. I was going to say, how do you make the decision?
And so the next relationship I got into, once I did that and was like, oh fuck, I'm 50% success rate here. with the L word. I waited 9 months into my next relationship.
Wow.
9 months.
I mean, you said take it slow. Is that too slow or is that?
I think it was what I needed to do to prove that I could then go through shit with someone.
Right.
And it didn't like need to trauma bond us.
Right.
It didn't
Trauma bond is a whole other thing.
It was something where in that 9 months, we went through a lot.
Right.
We went through some shit. And I walked out of it and was like, oh, that's love. Like, I can really say that that's true now. And that felt so good and honest. And like,
are you in a relationship right now?
I am.
Okay. I looked at your Instagram and I thought you were, but I was like, I don't know if that's your boyfriend or not. He's cute.
That's the athlete.
You guys are cute together.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh.
And it's the healthiest relationship I've ever fucking been in.
Oh, good. How long have you all been together?
It'll be 3 years.
3 years.
Coming up. Yeah.
How did he feel about you writing this book?
So I started writing it like a week after I met him. And I was like, hey, just so you know, I just went through this like crazy breakup boot camp thing. I'm like fucked up. I'm not healed. Like this is, and he was like, Jesus Christ. Like, okay, well, just so you know, we kind of started as like what we thought was just going to be a friends with benefits situation, except we weren't friends. We didn't know each other. And like it developed, like he kind of watched
over
me
time.
heal.
Oh, yeah.
And he was watching from afar because we weren't like anything.
Right.
And so it was really beautiful and healthy to have that 9-month period of time where I was like, no, this is real.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Thanks, girl.
That's like.
Are you dating?
I'm like dating, but nobody like serious.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Yeah.
After you feel like empowered and in your best self. Like it's such a fun part.
And I have like my house and me and my son live there and it's like, do I want a man here all the time?
Fuck
I
no.
I don't think I want that.
Girl, it's gotta be such
right
an
now.
additive.
You know, like, that's just.
No, it would have to be such an additive to your life. It should be.
And until I get like I'm doing so much healing. And until I get like, because I have set up so many boundaries and I'm doing so good with all of that stuff. But I think until that like chapter is more closed in my life. Yeah. Like my divorce is finalized and things like that. Time. Like not that anything would ever go back, nothing. But like I'm hoping that once that is like finalized and all that, that like more things like open up.
Well, that's so symbolic too, like having that finalized. Yeah. Like you said, like that
but I'm still dating and having fun. It's not like I'm like, no guys, I'm like, yes guys.
And dating can be fun. Like I write about that in the last section of the book of like, you don't need to be healed all the way. Like you don't need to be dating to marry. I think that's a fallacy.
Yes. I've got so many questions on here. We've already been talking, but what do you, I would love for you to talk about that part though. Yeah. The dating to marry. Because I feel like, especially like coming from the South, it's very, you know, like I always thought I'd be married and start having kids whenever I was like 23.
Same.
You know? And
I was the last one.
Yeah, it didn't happen, you know. It was later in life, but that was the normal back then. I feel like things are changing. Yes. Maybe it's because we live in LA. Yeah,
100%.
You know? But
all the Southern girls are still
right. So,
but I think we're waking up. Right. To it doesn't have to look.
And some people who do that are so great and so like amazing families, amazing life. Like it just doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody that way.
Our frontal lobes aren't developed, you guys, until 25 for women and 27 for men.
Oh gosh.
And so for me, I'm like, whatever you do before then, you just have to hope you grow in the same direction. Right. That would be amazing if you chose someone that chooses and you every day pick that. Yeah. But most of the time, as we know, over 50% of the time, we don't. Yeah. So it's just like, even that's why I say this book isn't just for people who are going through breakups. It's like for single people who are thinking about getting in relationships, people who have been in relationships for a long time, people who are questioning the relationship. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing to do the inventory, to do the reflection in the work. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I mean, I have a million questions, but we've already been talking for an hour. I can't believe it went by so fast. It's like talking to a gal from I know. I haven't even gotten into the athlete, but I'm glad that we did. Yeah. He is your now boyfriend. Yeah. And that is, I'm so happy for you. Can I just do a little rapid fire before I let you go? I'll hit it. Okay. We're going to do a rapid fire because you put all your business in your book. So I'm going to finish off with some breakup confessions, rapid fire, quick answers. But if there's a story, you can obviously tell me. Blocked an ex, then unblocked them just to see what he was doing. Yeah. We kind of know that one. Yeah. Checked who they recently followed. Yes.
Yes.
For sure.
I've even done that.
Yeah.
Posted your logo. Not that it, that doesn't sound right. I've even done that. But I've done that even just like with guys I was just like barely dating.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you into?
Yeah. Like, why? Why did we do that?
Because if he's following the type, I want to know.
I know. Like, But also, did you meet a new girl?
Yeah. And also, are you dating her? Is that your girlfriend now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're lying to me? Yeah.
Like, goodness. And I'm not even talking about exes. I'm just talking about
men in general.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Posted your location hoping your ex might magically show up.
Hell, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, not even that, but like being like, look where I'm at, that you're not, bitch. Ha ha ha. Look whose party I'm at. Look at who, where my life is.
I have like tagged like restaurants and stuff,
And been like, I'm out and I'm alive.
I'm out and I'm looking
and
hot.
I'm fine. Yeah.
That's right. Send a screenshot of an ex's post to the group chat for a full FBI investigation.
Duh.
Yeah.
Zoom in. Is that his shoe? Do we think that's a girl's hand? Yeah. Duh.
Broken no contact because you convinced yourself you had a really good reason.
Yeah. Like every time. I had his shorts in my car.
Yeah.
He needed
the shorts
those
in your car.
shitty shorts back, right?
Oh my goodness. Responded to a late night you up when you absolutely knew better.
Yeah, I was asleep. I was asleep with my bonnet on and my phone vibrated. And I was like, you're just sitting here watching TV in my full beat and like lingerie. I'll be right there. Yes, of course.
Oh my goodness. Kept something at an ex's place because it gave you an excuse to see that. I mean, we know about the shorts.
Yeah, the short. It was like a reverse of that.
Yeah.
I don't know that. And if he has all my stuff, and if he ever comes across this, I would like some of that back.
Exactly.
You can ship it to a pal.
Yeah.
I would like it.
Yeah, give it back.
Yeah, give me my
Give
stuff.
it back. Compared a rebound to your ex while you were still in bed with the rebound.
Yeah, I've like thought about an ex while still like having sex with someone else. Like, hello. It's,
I love how honest you are.
It's true.
Stayed in a relationship way past its expiration date because starting over sounded worse.
We already know that.
Yep.
That's the whole book.
Me too. Ignored a red flag because the chemistry was that good.
Yeah, sometimes I get addicted to this ex and that can outweigh every other problem.
Yep, same.
Get dickmatized.
Yeah, dickmatized. I say that
It's
word.
a real thing.
I say dickmatized. I love that. What is the single most unhinged thing that you have ever done because of a breakup?
The showing up at his house with his shorts and throwing up in his front yard while he was with another girl.
I have two questions I'd ask everybody because this is like a reality show. If you could be on any reality TV show, what would it be?
The Traitors.
Everyone said that is the number one answer.
Good. That or Survivor. Yeah. I just want to like be put in a chaotic, fun game.
Yeah, like a game
show. I could
show.
Never do what you do, where it's like my real life. I want to play a game.
Yeah, a competition show.
Yes.
If you had to name your favorite reality TV star of all time, who would that be?
Oh my God. Cherie on Survivor.
Oh, Cherie. Okay.
Such a badass.
Yeah.
I just think she plays the game so well. And
I love
she's
it.
just like an icon.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Your book, Don't Do What I Did, is available now wherever you get your books.
Thanks.
Where can everybody find you on social media? And if anything else you want to say?
Yeah, Kelsey Darragh on all the things. And yeah, buy it for you, your friend, your gal pal, whatever.
We all need this.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on. Everybody have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week on When Reality Hits. Love ya.
At first, I didn't think it was real. I woke up to this blinding light, and I was transported to another place. Pluto TV. Then I heard a voice.
Come with me if you want to live.
There were thousands of movies and shows, and they were all free.
The truth is ours.
It's just so beautiful.
On Pluto TV, free streaming of Terminator 2, Fringe, Arrow, The 100, and The X-Files may cause excitement, loss of sleep, and sudden belief in extraterrestrials. No credit cards or alien encounters necessary. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.